In Samaveda, there is one section specially for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called Chaitanya Rahasya. But before I quote this verse, you might be wondering why in the past people were unable to find all these evidences. There is a very deep reason for that. You know, Hare Krishna?
It was about to Prakash it like after.
Not coming in the form of God Himself. He's coming on the form of a devotee of God, devotee of Krishna. So He does not want to be taken as God Himself or considered God Himself. So be able to play His Leela, to manifest His Leela without disturbances. So what He did, He asked Jogmaya to cover His mentions in all the Vedas, cover. So no one could see that. So He put one condition.
The storage is full.
Storage is full. Really? Oh my God. Covered all these verses from the scriptures in order to not allow anyone to know before Mahaprabhu comes that he was God Himself. So that he would be able to perform all his pastimes, disguised as a devotee of Krishna. And He only showed His real identity to some special devotees. And only after He would conclude His pastime, then only then Jogamaya would again uncover and make everything accessible to each and everyone. Okay? So this is why even the greatest was Mahaprabhu. That was his desire, to cover everything. So then let us see in the Samaved, what the verse is saying? Tattaham krita sanyasu bhogirbaru vattari sitire lakanandaya puna puna Ishvara pratitasya parivarniralambo nirute kalikalmasa kavarita janam vallambanaya. What he's saying? That Advaitacharya, he continuously called for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And because of his appeal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended. Where he descended? On the bank of the Ganges. Lakanandaya puna puna. Then he is what? He's Lord Himself. And he born in a Brahmin family. After he took the renounced order of sannyas, and then he was living like an avaduta. Avaduta means the one who is not following the social rules. And then what happened? He was with his associates in this material world to save the jivas entrapped in Kali Yuga. Another beautiful verse from now Chandogya Upanishad. This verse reveals the glories of Navadip Dham and the very birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the verse says, Tatra Brahmapuram Nama Pundarikam Yadvichati Tadeva Stadalam Padma Shanibam Puram Adbhutam Tatra Madhe Daharam Sakshad Mayapuram Itirate Tatra Vishma Bhagavatas Chaitanyasya Paramatmana Yaminyastu Antarakashohi Antardvipasa Uchate. Very nice description. He's saying that Navadvip, the 9 islands, they are like a lotus of 8 petals. And in the very middle, we have the island called Antardvip. Therefore, this is called Antar. Antar means in the middle, within. And what is the name? Antardvipa Mayapuram. Mayapuram Nitirate. So that very Antardvip is also called Mayapur. So Mayapur is not a new name. That we say that it was before Miyapur, then became Mayapur. No. It was always Mayapur. From Mayapur became Miyapur due to the Muslim influence, because Mayapur is the eternal name of this place. And who is Mahaprabhu? He says, Tatra Vijma Bhagavatas Chaitanya Sa Paramatmana. He is Paramatma himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is God himself. Antarakashohi. He is coming with all his antaranga, parshad, with all his intimate associates. And he is displaying his pastimes and his mercy in Navadip Dham, in the island of Antardvip. Also, now Purana, Nisrinha Purana. The verse says, Satyadita Kulas Samaye Sinhodwar Maryakriti Tatrayam Dashakandaram Parivavam Urameti Namakriti Gopalam Paripalayam Baja Pure Bharam Haram Dwapare Guranga Priya Kirtanad Kali Juga Chaitanya Nama Prabhu. This verse describes how Krishna incarnates in the 4 ages, the 4 yugas, in different way. So first he incarnates as Nisrinhadev in Satya Yuga, because this is Nisrinha Purana. So this is quoting from Nisrinhadev in Satya Yuga as the prominent incarnation of Satya Yuga. Then in Treta Yuga he is as Ram, Rameti Namakriti. And then again in Dwapara he is Gopala, he is Krishna. And then Gauranga Priya Kirtana Kali Juga Chaitanya Nama Prabhu. In Kali Yuga, he has come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking his own name, who is Krishna's name, Kali Yuga, this Hari Kirtan, and establishing this Yuga Dharma. So in this way, there are so many evidences. I highly recommend you to dive deep in this book and strengthen your faith about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, social reformer, or just a saint or enlightened person, or maybe a crazy person also, that so many people also think. How can we actually come to the proper acceptance of that? Because, okay, I have given many evidences, I have spoken many things, but how can we really realize in our heart and really accept this as truth? In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a beautiful verse that says, Athapite deva padam bhojadvaya prasada lisanuhrihite vahi janati tattvam bhagavam mahino nachane kopi chiram vichingvav. This verse is said that actually you can only realize who is the Supreme Lord by His mercy only. Those who try to realize or analyze by intelligence, by logic, by argument, they all fail. So therefore, the only way we can realize who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is by praying for His mercy, so that we can have that realization in our heart, so that He can actually manifest Himself in our hearts. So in the process of Bhakti Yoga, everything runs by prayers, by mercy. Other processes like yoga, jnana, karma, it runs by your own endeavor. How much you endeavor, that much you will achieve. But in Bhakti Yoga, it's not like that. Bhakti depends on God's mercy. Right? Very nice. Okay. In general, people have some kind of devotion, right? You see all the Hindus and all the Christians and all the Muslims, they have devotion somehow. They acknowledge the Supreme Lord. But their devotion is not always pure, not always selfless, not always completely devoid of material desires. So therefore, what the Vedas have prescribed is to follow the 4 Purusharthas. What are they? Dharma, Artha, Kam, and Moksha. Correct? Very good. But we can observe that most of this type of devotion based on Dharma, Artha, Kam, and Moksha, it is transactional. What does it mean? There is a type of give and take. Negotiation, a type of business with God. I will do this, you do that for me. Or from the other side also, God says, if you do that, then I give you something. Right? These are all transactional devotion. So what Kapila Dev in Srimad Bhagavatam, what he says, that people want dharma, artha, kam and moksha in that order. See, first, they want to become religious, they want to follow dharma. Why? Because they will attain artha. If God is pleased, if demigods are pleased with me, they will give me wealth. And then, by having the wealth, what they can do?
Desires.
Come. They can fulfill their desires. And after trying to fulfill their desires and be happy and enjoy, what will happen? They will fail. First they fail. After failing and realizing that there is no happiness in this world, they will say, okay, give me moksha. Okay, liberate me from this suffering. I don't want more to dwell in this material world. So this type of transactional process is going on. So the what Lord Kapila Dev is saying. Kapila Dev is actually incarnation of Krishna. He is one avatar of Krishna. We have a very also important teacher, Chanakya Pandit. Chanakya Pandit in his Niti Shastra, he gives so many rules and regulations for society, right? So he also explains about dharma, artha, kama and moksha. So he says that Sukhasya Mulam Dharmaha means the root of all happiness is dharma. So dharma should be the main thing. If you are rooted in dharma, then there is possibility of some kind of happiness. And then he says, Arthamulo hi dharma kamavit. The root of all dharma and kama is artha. Means without material prosperity, you cannot even perform your dharma properly, neither you cannot enjoy kam properly. So artha becomes now superior. And then he says, Parashparasya anupagatakam. The goals of life means these four purusharthas should not cause harm to each other. What he's saying is that dharma should not disturb artha, kam and moksha. Artha cannot disturb dharma, kam and moksha, and like that, and so on. They should try to be in a balance. Then they can cooperate among themselves. So, by following this understanding, in Valmiki Ramayana, Lord Ram once he asked Bharat, he said, Bharat, do you suppress your dharma for your artha? Or do you suppress your artha for your dharma? He wants to know if Bharat is putting dharma in priority or artha in priority. Or do you suppress both for kam? So this is actually what we should check in our lives. Are we putting priority for what? For dharma, for artha, for kam, or even for moksha? So that should be also a matter of our concern. But nevertheless, these are all transactional. There will be always some ulterior motives behind the intention. Okay, so let us a little bit define what dharma is, a little bit deeper. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said, Veda pranihito dharmo hiyadharmastat viparaya. That which is described in the Vedas constitute dharma, the religious principles. And the opposite of that is irreligion. Means whatever Vedas are establishing as duties, as rules, this is called dharma. Anything else is not dharma. If it's not told by Vedas, declared by the Vedas, it cannot be called dharma. Then, in Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says, the demigods being pleased by the sacrifices, they will also please you. So therefore, there is a cooperation between man and demigods, and then prosperity appears from that. So we worship the demigods, waiting for their blessings to get prosperity, be it whatever. So, is it transactional? Yes. This is actually the most transactional thing, dealing with the demigods. Because demigods, they actually respond much quicker than God himself. God, he sometimes will not give what you like. You give what you need. But demigods, they will give whatever you ask. Be it good or not for you, they're going to give you. That's why worship of demigods is very dangerous. Why? Because we don't know what is good for us. What to speak of them? That's why people are afraid to only worship God. Because God will not give what you want, He only give what you need for your spiritual advancement, for your spiritual prosperity. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is one verse that says that that person who Krishna wants to favor, he removes everything from that person and make him a street beggar. Are you ready to become a street beggar? Huh? I don't think so. I was afraid of this verse. He mentions that when he was still grihastha, he had family business. He read this verse in Bhagavatam and he became very afraid. He said, "Oh my God, what should I do now? Should I continue with my bhakti and lose everything? Or stop my bhakti and keep whatever I have?" We think like this. But of course, you cannot stop bhakti. If you love Krishna, you can't stop that. And what happened to him? He became a street beggar. Right? But at the same time, also Krishna says, if you are ananya to me, one pointed to me, I carry what you need and I keep what you have to maintain you. So, although he was a street beggar, he was one of the richest men in the world. Because all the wealth of the whole universe was available for him. Because Lakshmi, she is serving Krishna. And if you are serving Krishna, then Lakshmi will serve you. There is no lack of anything for the devotees. So Krishna is only actually putting some fear. You become a street beggar. But it's a very good street beggar. This type of street beggar flies, have computer, have mobile, sleep in the AC room. This type of street beggar he's talking about. So this is a very good type of street beggar. Like a type of, 2.0 pro. Beggar. Okay.
All will be ready.
Now, Hare Krishna. Mahaprabhu ki. Again, this one Bhagavatam is taught. One who is in full knowledge should divide his wealth in how many parts? 5 parts. One for religion, another for reputation, another for opulence, another for sense gratification, and another one for maintenance of his family. This is how you should divide your wealth.
Hansi, can you repeat those?
Vaishnavas temples like this, Thakurji. Then for reputation, means whatever you have to do for your professional skills, for your, whatever that will increase your talents or things like this, your reputation like that. Nowadays, people will invest in social media, how they will show themselves. This is what increase your abilities like that. Then for opulence means making a nice house, buy a nice car, traveling, buying nice clothes, eating nice food. This is opulence. Then for the sense gratification, whatever you like to do, that is according to your desire. And then for the maintenance of your family. Okay? So by that you can divide your artha. Now calm. Calm is very interesting. And now I'm quoting the words of Yajnavalkya. He's a famous Brahma Rishi. And what is telling to Maitreya? Amit, are you listening to me?
Yes, Maharaji.
Okay.
Bring your son.
That wife loves him. But it's for the pleasure of wife that she loves him. And then he says, it is not for the sake of wife that husband loves her, but for the sake of husband that he loves her. It is not for the sake of everything that everything is loved, but it's for the pleasure of the individual that loves everything. So in this way, this is transactional or not transactional? Very much transactional. How we are loving and relating to each and every object and person is very much transactional. Oh, I love this person. Why? Because he makes me happy. Because she makes me happy. Right? Okay, then now moksha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, very famous, Sarvadharmam parityaja mamekam sharanam braja aham tvam sarvapapvibhyo mokshayishami ma shuchaha. He said, mokshayishami. He said, abandon all varieties of dharmas or mundane religions and duties and just surrender to me. I will deliver you from all your sinful reactions. Do not fear. This is Krishna's most important instruction, to surrender to Him. And only surrendering to Him, He is going to liberate you from your sinful reactions. Now answer to me, is it transactional or not?
Yes.
Very much transactional. Krishna is putting a very big condition. He only removes your sins if you surrender.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't surrender, then. So he's saying, do not fear. But we fear so much, isn't it? Why we fear? Because actually we cannot keep up with these conditions. These conditions are very high. I've described to you a few of conditions that he gives in the chapter 12 of Bhagavad Gita. Verses 13 and 14, what Krishna says. One who is not envious, but is kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee is my very dear. Ari, this is very, very difficult.
Very high.
Can you be equal disposed towards happiness and distress? Can you be what? Without false ego? Tolerant? Self-controlled? Then how can we become dear to Krishna? Very difficult. And we are afraid. If we cannot in this life become like this, what will be our destination? Right? Text 15, what he says. He by whom no one is put into difficulty, and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me. Oh my God, I think I'm not dear to Krishna at all. So, Krishna said, don't fear, just surrender to me. But to surrender to Him is very difficult. He only accepts you if you have all these qualities. Isn't it? So, is it transactional or not?
Very much.
Very much transactional. See how much difficult it is to please Krishna? Very difficult. So now devotees, they become confused whether they will be able or not to fulfill all these conditions. And just to confirm his words, what Krishna says, again, Je jatha mam prapadyante tamastanteva bhajanam mama vartmanu vartante manusha patta sarvasa. See, that much you do, I will do proportionally. Not more, not less. He said, everyone follows my path in all regards. When you can become perfected, yes. Not before that. So then, he is confirming that he will not do anything extra for you. He will not bestow causeless mercy upon you. You have to do the transaction properly. If 1 rupee is missing, he will not give you balance. You won't be able to get it. It's very tough. And he is not even the Maryada Purushottam. Who is the Maryada Purushottam? Ram. Krishna is whom? Lila Purushottam. He's the one who came to enchant the whole world with his sweet pastimes. But still, how much he is demanding? What to speak of Ram? I will not even go in that matter. Otherwise, you'll be crazy. How much rules that Lord Ram himself has to follow. He sent Sita away to exile, even though he knew she was not impure. But to follow Maryada, he sent her away. So Lord Ram's love is bound by rules. His love is not unconditional. It's full of conditions. So he can send Sita away. What to speak of us? Huh? You know, even receive. What to speak of sending? You cannot even come. Is that transactional or not transactional? Very much transactional. But then we are praying every day, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Dina Bandhu Jagat Pate. Is he Karuna Sindhu? Is he Dina Bandhu? I don't know what is it anymore. I don't know what is to be Karuna Sindhu anymore. What is to be Dina Bandhu? But all the problem started, you know when? All the solution started. All the solution started when Narad Muni, he came and asked Vyasadeva, Hey Vyas, why are you insatisfied? Why are you sad and morose? And Vyas, he replied, Gurudev, I don't know. If I would know, I would not be. You know my heart better than me, so please tell me why I am unsatisfied. And what Narada Muni said, what did you write in your scriptures? You only wrote transactional devotion. Everything that you wrote was about transactions. If you are unsatisfied, what about the readers? Those who are not even Atmarama like you. So means like us. What would be of us if we study Vedas and try to become happy, try to become self-satisfied, Atmaram? Will be possible. We'll be more distressed. Distressed with our material condition and distressed of not being able to come out of it. Distressed by not finding shelter in Bhagavan. Distressed by understanding that we are so fallen, so incapable, and we cannot keep with all these transaction like demands and rules. And then he said, okay, Vyas, you fix it. You fix it. And what he did? He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam, right? And what he did in what was like his second verse in Srimad Bhagavatam? Dharma prajhita kaitavo. What he's saying? That this, the highest dharma, should be devoid of any cheating propensities. And this is actually the whole thing about transaction, right? When you establish this business mentality, there is always a cheating behind, right? There will be always a cheating behind business. And then Sushadhara Swami, what he says, that in this word projita, there is a suffix pra. This suffix pra includes even moksha. You have to give up even the desire for moksha, because moksha is also cheating. What is moksha? Moksha means that I want, for my sake, be free from the material sufferings. And I want to reach Golok Vrindavan or Vaikuntha for my satisfaction. So I'm going to do some bhakti. I will cheat God, showing that I love Him, I want to go there for Him. But actually, I want to go there for my sake, for myself. This is also cheating. But you would all agree with me that if I suppose to reject even moksha, my chances to go to spiritual world are now completely gone. You can agree with me? If I have to reject moksha, because moksha is also one type of thing, I'm also given up the possibility of going to the spiritual world. Correct? I'm doing that. So, if I ask you, why do you want to go to Bhagavan's abode? You can give me so many different types of answers. Some people will say, I want because there I am happy, here I'm not happy. Some people may say that, oh, I want to go because I want to watch Bhagavan's Leelas. I want to witness those sweet pastimes. All these things are personal. But we can say this is what? It is also transactional, right? This is very personal. So if that is personal, there is no prema. Because what is the definition of prema? Only to make the other person happy, even if you are not happy. Correct? Very nice. So, to give up even the desire for moksha is one of the major steps for a devotee. Rupa Goswami, what he says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Bhukti Mukti Spriha Javat Pisachi Ridhi Vartate Tava Bhakti Sukasya Yatra Khatam Abhyudhayo Bhavit. He says, as long as the witch-like desire for bhukti and mukti, for liberation and enjoyment, are in the heart of the devotee, he can never attain pure bhakti. Bhakti can never manifest in his heart. So we have to give up the desire for bhukti and mukti also. But mukti may happen to us. If you go there, mukti is going to happen. So mukti in itself is not bad. But the desire to liberate yourself, this is a selfish desire. This is not real prema. Real prema means I just want to make Krishna happy, no matter what happens to me. Right? So, Krishna prema is available in this world, isn't it? So, if you can get Krishna prema in this world, why you want to go there to get Krishna prema? Devotees, they should always what? Desire for Krishna prema. And what is that Krishna prema? This Krishna prema means to make Krishna happy. So now, one big dilemma may come. Devotees, they do sadhana. They wake up very early in the morning. They chant their mantras. They follow many principles, right? They try to study the scriptures. They try to do parikrama. They try to perform Vaishnava seva, Thakurji seva. Why? Because they're expecting to what? Go to the spiritual world. But if you are giving up mukti, if you don't want more mukti, what will inspire you to wake up in Brahma Muhurt? What will inspire you to chant your rounds? What will inspire you to follow the principles, to do Thakurji Seva? What will inspire you? If you are not going to spiritual world anymore, if your motivation is not to be liberated, not to achieve the supreme abode, what is going to motivate you to do your sadhana then? So that is when we stop the transactional aspect and we come to the devotional aspect, the pure devotional aspect of bhakti. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he said, a devotee, he does not aspire after going back to home, back to Godhead. No. Any place, it doesn't matter. He wants to simply glorify the Supreme Lord. That is his business. It is not the business of the bhakta that he's chanting and dancing and executing devotional service for going to Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan. That is Shri Krishna's desires. If he likes, he will take me there. So now we are coming to the proper understanding that even desire for going to Golok should not be in our heart. Otherwise, that will be transactional and not unconditional. My love becomes condition to that result that I might achieve or not. But we don't want that. We want the unconditional love. But now we are speaking about our unconditional love, right? But what about Bhagavan's unconditional love? He has put so many conditions for that. So he is not able to manifest unconditional love. This is the difference that I want to make you understand between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna and all the other avatars. But we will come to that point. Before, I just quote one verse from Bhakti Rasamrita Singh that says that always swimming in the ocean of your katha, these extremely intelligent, joyous souls consider the four goals of life to be as insignificant as a blade of grass. So the devotees, the pure devotees of Krishna, they will never look for dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. They will only search for the panchama purushartha, the fifth goal of life, which is Krishna prem. And they will always desire to be what? Swimming in the ocean of Krishna Katha. They only want to hear Krishna Katha and speak Krishna Katha. This is their desire. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it says, Prema dhanna vina vyartha daridra jivan dasa kori vetana more deho prema dhan. Without love of God, my life is useless. Therefore, I pray that you, Krishna, accept me as your servant and give me the salary of ecstatic love of God. Okay. If there has to be any type of transaction, okay. But the payment I want is only Krishna Prem. If you have to give me something, if I have to do something, okay. My salary must be what? Premadhan. Premadhan means Krishna Prem, the wealth of Krishna Prem. In Antalila number 9, chapter 9, Kashi Mishra is describing the qualities of the unalloyed devotee of Krishna. He says, if one engages in devotional service for your satisfaction, means for Krishna's satisfaction, this will result in his increasingly awakening his dormant love for you. But if one engages in your devotional service for material purposes, he should be considered a number one fool. One who engages in your devotional service 24 hours a day, desiring only your mercy, will very soon attain shelter at your lotus feet. One who seeks your compassion and thus tolerates all kinds of adverse conditions due to the karma of his past deeds, who engages always in your devotional service within his mind, words, and body, and who always offers obeisances unto you, is certainly a bona fide candidate for becoming your unalloyed devotee. So devotees, they don't pray for Krishna to clean their karmas, to remove all the sufferings from their lives. They're not praying for that things. They tolerate their karma, and the only thing they do is to engage in pure bhakti. Anya vilasita sunyam jnana karmadya navritam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhakti uttama, without any other desires than to make Krishna happy. That is pure bhakti. That is pure bhakti. And Krishna says, you don't fear. Don't fear, even if you become a street beggar, don't worry. I will provide everything you need. But mostly people, they are fearing to lose their wealth, their comfort, their material facilities. But what would you exchange your millions and millions of dollars for Krishna Prem? One drop of Krishna Prem? Hundreds of times. We should give whatever for one drop of Krishna Prem. And this is what Mahaprabhu wanted to distribute in this world. The unalloyed prema means the non-transactional prema. So what happened in this Kali Yuga? is that Krishna himself has come in the form of Mahaprabhu to remove all the transactions that he himself has established. But why he established these transactions? Because people are transactional. People, they want do the karma yoga. For what purpose? For their own benefit. But they have to please God. Okay, I work for you. Then you be pleased with me. Then you give me what I need. So people are transactional. They have this desire. So what Krishna says, okay, you want to be transactional? I am putting the ruler very high. I am putting very high conditions. Because with me is not so simple. You can deal with the demigods. They are not demanding much. You cut some goat's throat. You just give some fruits. You do some yagya, do some abhishek. They're happy with you. Suryadev, satisfied only by little water. Was very simple. But Krishna, no. If you want the highest benefit, you also have to sacrifice in the highest level also. So that is why it is so important to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and not only Krishna. If you worship only Krishna, it will be very difficult for you, especially in this Kali Yuga, in this very Kali Yuga. In this Kali Yuga, the key of Krishna Prem, this is in the hands of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. To actually have Krishna Bhakti, you can only have if you worship Mahaprabhu in this very Kali Yuga. So, but there is a problem here. In order to avoid all the different incarnations and Krishna himself to complain that Mahaprabhu is giving the highest thing without any condition. He's giving everything for free without taking anything from the conditioned souls. Mahaprabhu will say, okay, I'm going to ask at least one thing. And what is that? You chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Lord Ram, he is struggling. He is working hard to make everyone follow and do things for him. Krishna is also putting so many rules. Then Mahaprabhu comes and says, I'll give everything for free. I'm not taking anything. No transactions. So they might become a little bit upset. Okay, at least you take something from them. Mahaprabhu will say, okay. Then Mahaprabhu sent Nityananda and Haridas Thakur to preach. Then what he said? Prati ghare ghare giya koro e bhiksha. Bolo Krishna, koro Krishna. Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, koro Krishna shiksha. Mahaprabhu say you just speak about Krishna, worship Krishna, chant Krishna's name, and follow Krishna's instructions. Then I'm giving you everything. In that commentary of Chaitanya Bhagavat, this verse from Chaitanya Bhagavat, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he wrote a very nice commentary. What he says, in the language of a bhikshu, bhikshu means a beggar, because Nityananda is a beggar, Haridas Thakur is a beggar, Mahaprabhu is a beggar. So he sent them. So in the language of a bhikshu, Bolo Krishna means chant the name of Krishna. So first thing is Bolo Krishna. Chant Krishna name. It indicates the deliverance of all the living entities. So only by chanting Krishna's name, Mahaprabhu can deliver you from this sansar. When this is received by a listener, he follows the order of Chaitanya Dev. And by following his order, he becomes free from the material conceptions and he acts as an acharya, who is a manifestation of the Lord. By following his order, you become his disciple. Then by implementing that, you become liberated. Then you can become an acharya. You become the living example of what Mahaprabhu wants to give. And then you can deliver others as well. Jare deke tare kohe Krishna upadesh, amar gaya guru hoya tara ye desh. To whomever you meet, to whomever you speak, you teach about Krishna consciousness. Become a guru. This is my order to you, to everyone. So all of you have now this capacity of representing Mahaprabhu and delivering other living entities by telling them, you just chant Krishna's name. There's nothing else to do. Just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And this is also being confirmed by Narada Muni. What he says, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalo nasteva, gatir anyatha. In this very Kali Yuga, there is only one way to achieve perfection. That is chanting Krishna's name, chanting. He's repeating 3 times. He's emphasizing that there is only one way in this Kali Yuga. This is Mahaprabhu's condition. Are you able to do that? This is very easy, very simple. It will not demand anything else from you. Your wealth will not decrease, your karma will not decrease, your artha will not decrease, even your moksha will be also guaranteed because he's going to deliver you. So don't worry about moksha, it's going to happen anyway. So that is why Krishna is Vadanya and Mahaprabhu is Mahavadanya. That how is Mahaprabhu's? Can you say Mahaprabhu's pranam mantra? Can you? Yes. Namo Mahavadanyaya. Krishna Prema Pradayate. That very person, he is Mahavadanya, he is the most merciful. Therefore, Mahaprabhu, he imbibes the concept of Audharya. Audharya means munificence, means the extreme mercy, unconditional mercy. Because it is almost free now. Only by chanting Hare Krishna, this is okay. Actually, he's not demanding anything. Right? And then what Mahaprabhu he teaches? Gurudev used to say the best teachings of Mahaprabhu in that shloka. Arahadya Bhagavam Brajesha Tanastadhama Brindavanam Ramya Kachidupasana Brajavadu Vargena Jakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamalam Prema Pumartumaham. This line is very important. What Mahaprabhu is saying? That Srimad Bhagavatam is the spotless evidence. He's not saying Gita Pramanamalam. He's not saying Upanishad Pramanamalam. Not saying Ramayana Pramanamalam. Why he's choosing Bhagavatam? I explained before. No transactional dharma. Only unconditional Krishna Prema. Prema Pumartma, the highest goal, the Panchama Purushartha, Krishna Prem, is being described in Srimad Bhagavatam as the unalloyed Prem. Why? Because Bhagavatam speaks about whom? The gopis. About all the pure devotees. Ambarish Maharaj, Prahlada Maharaj. So many. So Bhagavatam is all about this unalloyed prema, unconditional prema, from both sides, from the side of God and from our side also. That is why Mahaprabhu's mercy in this world manifested, and this has a very special aspect. Actually, Mahaprabhu's mercy has nothing to do with Krishna. It is all about Radharani's mercy. Actually, Radharani, she is the most merciful one. And Krishna, he has become Mahavadanya because he took her, otherwise he is only Vadanya. How he becomes Mahavadanya? Because she is the Maha one, she is the great one. The greatest mercy is with her. And she's seen the suffering of all the living entities. She's seeing how everyone is unable to follow those transactions. Even if you're very sincere, even if you're very dedicated, it is very tough to follow everything. Very tough. And what happens after some time? You lose your enthusiasm. You lose your hope that this is so tough, I will not accomplish. My anarthas are pulling me back. I'm trying to move forward. They are pulling me back. There are so many things that I have to do. I cannot do. I will give it up. But Shrimati Radhika comes and she says, don't give up. I'm here for you. I will come. I will manifest in this material world to deliver you in a very easy way. Therefore, in Chaitanya Chandramrita, Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad, he says, Jatha jatha ghur padhara vindit bhaktin krita punya rashi, tatha tato rasas pati riddhi akasmat, radha padam bhoja sudhamshu rashi. The more you attain the mercy of Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, the more you find yourself, what? In the nectarian love and mercy of Srimati Radhika's heart. So the more you go in Mahaprabhu's heart, the more you find Radharani's heart. So what he's saying is that this love, this mercy, this compassion is coming through Radharani. She is the one. Therefore, Mahaprabhu, he comes to distribute what? Swabhakti Shriyam. Gurudev explained very clearly. Mahaprabhu is giving only Shriyam, not Unato Jalaras. Unato Jalaras is what he's coming to relish. That is the mood of Radha. But what he's want to give us is Shriyam. Swabhakti Shriyam is the beauty of the service to that Unato Jalarasa Prem. It means the mood of Palyadasi of Srimati Radhika. This is what we can achieve. So the highest position we can achieve, spiritually speaking, this is how to become a maid servant of Srimati Radhika. So if you realize that the highest love is in Radharani's heart, not in Krishna's heart, you only want to serve that very love. So you only want to serve Radharani, right? So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he describes a very beautiful pastime in his book called Swapna Vilasamrita, the nectar of the sweet pastimes of the dream. Swapna Vilas Amrita. What is that dream? One time, Srimati Radhika, she had a dream. In her dream, she saw a very golden, effulgent, beautiful young man, a Brahmana. And he was walking on the bank of a river. She thought it might be Yamuna. It might be another river. And what he was doing? He was chanting Krishna's name. And then she becomes very attracted to that particular man, young man. And she wakes up very restless. Say, oh my God, how can I be attracted to anybody else apart from Krishna? I'm very restless now. So she asked Krishna, who is that person in my dream that I was so attracted to? Sometimes I thought that he was you, but sometimes I thought he was me. Sometimes he was calling your names, but sometimes he was calling my names. Sometimes looks like he was in Yamuna, sometimes like that was the bank of the Ganges. So Krishna, I am unable to understand what is my dream. So then Krishna, he takes his Kaustuba money, his jewel that he wears as a necklace. And in that Kaustuba, he's showing to Radharani her whole dream. The whole dream appears inside of the Kaustuba money. And then Radharani, she's realizing, oh, now I understand that very Brahmana is the combination of you and me. You and me combined have become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ladini Shakti Razmad Ekat Manavapi Bhuvi Puradeha Bedham Gato To. Radha and Krishna, they are eternally separated in two bodies. Why? For the sake of amorous pastimes. They can only perform ras if they are separate, right? So you have Krishna on one side, Radha on one side. You have the enjoyer, you have the enjoyed, you have the servant, you have the served. But they also exist eternally as one soul. And that very soul combined, this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then, Krishna says, but Radha, why are you so, impressed by this form of mine? Previously, I have shown you my form as Narayana. I have shown you my form as Ram. It did not affect you that much? Why are you so affected by this? And then Radharani says, because of their unsteadiness. Now this is a very good thing. Amit Prabhu, you getting me? Yes. Now a very important instruction. What Radharani is saying to Krishna? She's saying, because of their unsteadiness, man cannot understand the happiness and the loving pastimes in the way the women can. Understand? Men are not so eligible as women to understand the pastimes. And also, a man cannot understand the inner feelings of woman. Is it true or not, Amit Prabhu? I think this is the major complaint from ladies in this room. He is not understanding my feelings. He never understands my hearts, my reasons, my this, my that. Right? Then what Krishna says? Krishna says, I will always be able to understand your inner feelings by one special form of mine, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is one more reason why Krishna is taking the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why? Because he wants to understand the heart feelings of Srimati Radhika. And what is that verse you were explaining before? The translation, no problem.
Whatever Radharani felt for Krishna feel that, experience that like mom.
No, not clear.
Whatever Radharani was experiencing for Krishna feelings, Mahaprabhu came
Not Mahaprabhu came. Krishna came.
as mom. Like,
Krishna came. First desire. Shiradhaya pranaya mahima kidrisho. Means what is the glories of Radha's love, Radha's pranaya. Second, Aswadana buddha madhurima kidrisho. What is the sweetness?
my mom. Krishna's mom.
What is the sweetness?
No, Krishna.
Yes. What is the sweetness in Krishna that Radha is relishing? Then, Shokam va madanubhavatam kridisho vetilova. And what is the happiness she feels when she is relishing that sweetness? Right? So these are the three internal desires of Krishna by coming as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? And then Radharani is saying, no, you're talking lies. And Krishna is saying, no, I'm speaking the truth. Then Radharani is saying, then show me that form. And then that is why Mahaprabhu appeared in her dream. So, actually, there is one purport from this Kapila Tantra. In Kapila Tantra, in chapter 9, it is said that once Radharani, she said to Krishna, "My dear Krishna, listen to what I say. I wish to have oneness of essence with you. My dear Lord, please manifest a form united with my mood, a supreme form giving joy to the heart, situated within both of us, revealing in auspicious pastimes and endowed with the mellow of ecstatic love." So the desire that Krishna has to understand Radharani's love actually is her desire much before to make Krishna understand her heart. And she is requesting him, please manifest that form, because only like this you will be able to understand my heart. And if you don't understand my heart, you cannot relish Ras to the highest extent. So she wants to give him that relishment. Why? Because her role is to give him pleasure. She's Haladini potency. She's the pleasure giving potency. So how she can give him the highest pleasure if he's unable to relish in the way she relishes? Then she's saying, okay, you have to manifest that form that combines my heart and your heart. Then by understanding my heart, you can relish Ras as I am relishing. Afterwards, Krishna, he is known as Rasikshakar. But he's not Rasikshakar until unless he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? So in this way, by hearing Radharani's love, which were like indicative of the topmost love, Krishna, who is the Guru of the world, by his own supreme will, he manifested that form as described by Srimati Radhika. So in this way, we can see here that the two aspects, means the Madhurya aspect and the Audharya aspect, they come together. So here we can a little bit go deeper in this understanding of Audharya. That was how we started our class. How we're gonna end now. In Aprakrita Tattva, in transcendental subject matter, there are two specialities that are shining forth. One is characterized by the sweet charm and by the intimacy. What is that? Madhurya. Madhurya aspect is the sweet charm and the intimacy, right? Then we have another aspect that is symbolized by benevolence and magnanimity. What is that? Audharya. So, but we should not think that Audharya is deprived of Madhurya, as well as that Madhurya is deprived of Audharya. Because without Audharya, in Madhurya, Radharani would never desire to manifest that Audharya in this world. And in the same way, without the Madhurya in Mahaprabhu's form, Krishna would never be able to relish that Madhurya, Radharani's love, Radharani's heart. So, what Gurudev is saying here is that in Krishna's pastimes, we have Madhurya. In Gaur pastimes, we have Audharya. However, it does not mean that they are strictly either only Madhurya or only Audharya. When intimacy and sweetness are profuse, it yields magnanimity. And when magnanimity prevails, it naturally produces sweetness, Madhurya. I repeat that. When Madhurya means intimacy and sweetness becomes profuse, means extends to the highest point, then what comes? Audharya. When Audharya means benevolence, magnificence, goes to the highest point, then becomes what? Madhurya. That is why by worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what you get? Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. And when Radha Krishna are coming to their uh, intimacy, and that love goes to the highest point, comes Audharya. Why? Because now Radha, she has two desires. First, to make Krishna relish in the way she does, and also to make all the living entities to also be able to relish that. That is why when Mahaprabhu comes, through his Nama Sankirtan movement, this is called the Prema Nama Sankirtan Rasa. He's allowing each and every one to taste this Radha Prema. One drop of Radha Prema. And this Audharya is not only for Badajivas, this is even for all the parikaras from all the different spiritual worlds, like associates of Vaikuntha, associates of Dwaraka, associates of Ayodhya. Everyone comes in that Sankirtana Rasa in the courtyard of Srivasangan. And then everyone is relishing this Radha Prem. Because everyone knows that Radha Prem is topmost. In the same way that Radha knows Krishna is God, Gopis know that Krishna is God, but nevertheless, Jogamaya covers their understanding and they just relate to Krishna in a very intimate way. All associates know Krishna is God. All associates from all different parts of the spiritual world, they know Krishna is God. They know Radharani is superior. Although they will be covered also to live in their own places. From another perspective, they know it and they also want it. What Shivji did, what to speak of Vaikuntha from Kailash Dham came. Shivji wants to relish this Gopi Prem. He wants to become a Gopi. He became what? Gopishwar Mahadev. So, this is how we are, that yin-yang symbol. Have you seen the yin-yang symbol? The white part has a black dot, the black part has a white dot. And they are combined, making one symbol. This is actually Radha Krishna and Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is the total of the symbol, and Radha has a dot of Krishna, black. And the black part has also a dot of Radha. This is how they are one and the same, different and non-different. Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol. Any questions? Madhurika Didi?
Yeah. I will listen to the class again.
No, okay. If anyone has any questions, you have any questions? Everything was clear. So now what do you want to do? You want to keep transactional or you want unconditional? Very nice. And you? Unconditional. And you? Yes?
The unconditional, the whole thought is sinking.
Okay. Takes time. Takes time.
Actually, demigod can give us everything. Then why only we don't pray to demigod and they only take up Krishna or
But that they cannot give. Only material things. Yes, spiritual things they cannot. There is a rule in a spiritual life is that you can only give what you have. If you ask me for 1 crore rupees, I don't have that. I can't give. If you ask me for 100 rupees, I can give. To each and every one, I can give 100 rupees here in this room. So they can only give what they have. If they have no bhakti, if they have no mukti, they cannot give that. There is a famous story of one Vaishnav, Devakinandana Das. Devakinandana Das, he was actually, before being a Vaishnav, he was a Shakta. He used to worship Devi. Huh? Govinda Das? Govinda Das. Thank you, Didi. So he was a Shakta. He was worshipping Devi only. So one day he did such a Very nice puja. Devi was very pleased and she gave him darshan. Then she asked, okay, what do you want? What boon you want, I can give you. And Govindas, at that time his name was not Govindas, but he said, I want mukti, I want liberation. And what Devi said? Mukti dadati iti mukunda. Mukunda can give bhakti, mukti. I cannot give you mukti because I am not having access to that spiritual world. I am related only to the material universe. I am Mahamaya. I am the, like Prakriti. I am the material energy. So I can't give you mukti. You have to worship Govinda. You have to worship Mukunda, Krishna. Then he said, oh, you cannot give. I thought you can give everything. I thought you are the supreme goddess. She said, no. Then he said, okay, I will not worship you anymore. Now I'm only worshiping Krishna because I want mukti. Then he became a Vaishnava. And of course, later on, he also gave up the desire for mukti because it's a very selfish thing. It smells like spiritual. I want mukti. I want to go to the spiritual world. But it's actually a very selfish thing. This is for my benefit, this is for my sake. I want to be there to enjoy the bliss of the spiritual world. You see, the Badajiva's nature of enjoying and exploiting is such that we even want to do that in the spiritual world. We are not satisfied to exploit and enjoy this material world, we can do this also there. Because we think we deserve more and more. So after we enjoy this material world, this actually not material world, but this very earth planet, we want to go to Swarga. In Swarga, the enjoyment is much more than now here. Okay, you go to Swarga, you enjoy Swarga. Not enough. You want more. You want to go to Vaikuntha Dham, then Goloka Vrindavan, only because you want to enjoy. So the tendency of enjoyment in the heart of Jiva is the worst obstacle for our spiritual life. In name of enjoyment, so much what? Religious things are going on. So this is what we should consider today.
The epitome is only bhakti, which is pure love.
Yes, exactly. The definition of love is that only to make the object of love pleased and happy without any consideration for ourselves. What will be for us, that is no. And not only that, Gurudev used to say, any obstacle that might come in front of that love, we only make it increase and not decrease. So when Krishna is cheating Radha with other gopis, her love is not decreasing, her love is only increasing. But in this material world, if your husband will cheat you, you'll be angry with him and you give up him. Say, I don't love him anymore. He's, making these things for me. Because this is not love. Understand? So in the spiritual world, things are different. Love only increases, only increases, only increases. Any more questions? Yogapit is the place of union between Radha and Krishna. And they appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There's when they combine, when they unite. Therefore, Yogapit is there.
We are still trying to realize this Madhurya and other
Ah,
where they reached and where they converted.
yes.
That I'm not able to.
This is very deep, yes.
It comes by.
We only have the information right now.
It is only possible by bhajan.
Yes. Then we come to that verse, Athapite Deva Padam Bhojadvaya. Prasad Lishanugrihite Vahi. So only by your prasad, only by your mercy, I can realize who you are. By my own endeavor, by my own intelligence, I won't be able to do it. Therefore, we spend our times only chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mahaprabhu, he put this Krishna prema in Nam. If you chant Nam, you get everything. Prema Nam. You get everything by chanting Krishna's name. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis. You know that? Tatra Pitanyamita Smaranena Kalaha. Itadishitava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdeva Midrisha Mihajani Nanuraga. Mahaprabhu Shikshastakam. Verse 3. 3 no, second verse. He's saying Krishna has invested all his potencies in his name. Therefore, his name became even more powerful than Krishna himself, more merciful than Krishna himself. Because Purna Shakti is there. Radharani's mercy is there, right? But I am so unfortunate that I have not developed attachment for this Harinam. Still, I am not able to chant this Nam. So actually, before we have to pray to actually develop taste for Krishna Nam, because it seems to be very easy only by chanting, but even that we cannot chant. Why? Because our previous offenses, Nam is not appearing in our tongue. Although it seems very simple. Okay, just chant. What is the harm? Very difficult. Mind will not allow you. Mind will always pull you back. Whenever you have to sit and chant, many things will come and you will not go. Mind is always restless. This is due to previous, offenses like prevents us from chanting. So, in order to be able to also clean these offenses, the only solution is chant, is Nam. So what we have to do, we have to force ourselves. In the beginning, we not be spontaneous. We not be just for love because we have no love yet. In the beginning, we do out of duty and out of, reason. I know that, huh? Out of sadhan. Sadhan is like a military process. I will do it no matter what, because I know it is going to purify me and going to give me the possibility of receiving that prema. Right? Any question?
No, just had one.
Huh?
Just had one. I asked.
Which one it was?
I only asked about that.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes, that's true. Anybody else? What?
When we say Adare, means Mahaprabhu is already present there. And when we say Mahaprabhu, Adare is present.
Only when it reaches the highest peak. Yes.
Some people that Mukti is giving mission.
He can give, but not the ultimate one. No, he can give but depends which aspect of Shiva you are worshipping. Shiva is not a simple thing. He's not only one person. He has many aspects. If you're talking about Sadashiva, he can give because he's already in a spiritual world. He's also Vishnu Tattva. But if you're talking about Rudra or Shambhu, then they cannot give. Rudras are the demigods, aspect of demigods of Shiva. They are in charge of our senses, our material senses. Our 11 senses are governed by the 11 Rudras. Shambhulingam is the manifestation of the masculine aspect to impregnate the feminine aspect. This is all material thing. But if you pray for him as Gopishwara Mahadev, he can give you even Gopi Prem. Yes. What to speak of Mukti? Because he's Param Vaishnav. In that aspect, he's Param Vaishnav. Vaishnavas, they can give mercy to us and they can give Mukti.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like Amit was asking about demigod. Suppose we have a connection with Hanumanji.
Yes.
Can it coexist?
Hanumanji is not the demigod. He's not a demigod. That's the point. Hanumanji, he's a parikara of Ram. He's eternal associate of Ram. He is a eternal personality and he's a pure bhakta. So he's not a demigod. So actually, it's necessary to worship Hanuman to get Ram Bhakti, because he's the one who is having that. He symbolizes that more than anyone, right? This dasya towards Ram. This is Hanumanji. So it is needed to worship him. You cannot separate, actually. Cannot separate.
You feel more drawn to Ramji than Krishna?
No problem. Because our Ishtadev is eternal. Our soul has already its own identity, and that identity is already connected with a specific form of God in the spiritual world. Because soul is eternal, right? Soul cannot change. So it can be either connected to Ayodhya or Vaikuntha or Goloka Vrindavan with one of the forms of God, or also Shwetadvip with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well. So there is no harm in that. It's not because Krishna is somehow superior to Lord Ram. Those who are worshipping Ram, they will believe that he is superior to Krishna. Because this is how it should be. We are seeing from an external point of view, from from external perspective, we are seeing things from a very philosophical way. But when you come to the aspect of rasa, of relationship with God, that particular form of God that you worship, you should think this is superior. Otherwise, how you give your whole heart there? If you would think that I am here with Narayana, but Krishna is, I am not satisfied with Narayana because Krishna is better, then how you serve Narayana? If that happens, it means that you are not meant to be in Vaikuntha. That's what happened with Gop Kumar.
You wanted to ask coexisting. What coexisting means?
That was with Hanumanji, that he cleared. It's a big
Because and then there is one thing, we cannot only worship Hanuman. Because what Hanuman is worship, we have to worship that.
That's what he said.
Combined.
So-
That's true.
So like in the mandir, there is no Ramji का
Order.
उनका फोटो नहीं है, उनको तो वो भी रख सकते हैं क्या?
You see, Hanuman, he is not Ishta.
No, Ramji.
Yes, Hanuman is not Ishta of one. Hanuman is a Bhakta. So Hanuman cannot be the ultimate worship for anyone. The ultimate worship is Ram. Right? So if someone is only worshipping Hanuman and not worshipping Ram, there is something wrong in his understanding. Right? Because Hanuman, he is giving Ram Bhakti. That if Hanuman is pleased with you, he can give you Ram Bhakti, nothing else.
What we find that my inclination towards Hanuman is there, which is leading towards Ram, like that is called. So in the altar, we should have Ram and Krishna both, because
Krishna.
like Krishna is the
No. The altar is your heart. The altar is your Ishtadev's place. We don't keep Rama because our Ishtadev is Krishna. But we understand Ram's glories. We understand Ram's connection with Krishna. We glorify him. We like to hear his katha. We sometimes, go to his temples. But altar should be our heart, our Ishtadev's heart. Therefore, we only put Radha Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu both. Okay. No problem. No issue. You got my point?
So he's saying that if my Ishdev is Ram and her Ishdev is Krishna, can they both keep both?
Oh, if both of you, I'm not understanding that point. Yes, if you have to share the altar in home, then put both. No problem. Yes, definitely. Yes. They will not fight. Don't worry. You see, our level is, that we should have bhakti for all. And Gurudev used to say, when you see Ram, you should think, this is my Krishna in the form of Ram. So this is how she will see. And you will see, oh, Krishna is my Ram in the form of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Please ask, yes. Sorry?
Radharani can be considered as Rukmani or not? Tapaswini.
Tapaswini. Tapaswini means? I know, but what is that? Who is that? But you are saying tapaswi in the sense of a type of deity, a type of manifestation of Devi or anything like this? No.
One who's aspiring.
Definitely she's doing tapasya. Here comes Son. Son. Bas. Grandmother's lap, everything is fine, huh? Vishwambar? His face is getting more and more shape now. From the time I saw him, he's different already.
Yes, I take him to Guru's Vigra. And then I say, I am Vishwambar Das. Gurudev, I come to your look.
But I just want to clear this point and then we're going to conclude. She's not doing any voluntary type of tapasya like a yogis they do now. She is forced into that because of Krishna's, separation, Krishna's things, then she's tolerating that. But not because she's trying to do any type of austerities because she wants to achieve something, anything like that. There's a different type of mood in that. She's forced to be in that condition. But nevertheless, for us, this is not suffering. Although it may look like austerity, but there is no suffering. For her, this is the highest bliss. And try to actually understand how Radharani is feeling separation for Krishna, that Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? How she can tolerate and not die. How she can tolerate the most intense suffering, we can say tapasya, and not die, and not to be unhappy. But she withered. She becomes thin. She loses, she almost dies. But she cannot die. Because her life heirs are actually in Krishna's hand. And if she dies, Krishna will not be happy. And she doesn't want to make him unhappy at any point. So then she holds her breath. Her prana is in her breath. And then she keeps. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. This verse is saying that, oh, Radha, how much tapasya you have performed in previous lives to receive the favor of Krishna. And Gurudev is saying, no. Krishna, how much tapasya you have performed to receive the favor of Radha. Gaur Premanande. Hari Bo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bonitai Gaura Premanande Hari 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 Bo Shila Gurudeva ki Krishnandana Gaur Hari ki Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo Hare Krishna Jai. Yeah.